Hey, folks, y'all see the title? I'm going to try to bang out a few news stories here. Now, check. All right, y'all know how you are with how I am sometimes. I'm not over the top vicious, but on certain things, I am blunt. And on a lot of things, parents and some so-called parents and family members, sometimes some of them seem to try to put more onus on what's happening or what happened to their children and what's happening in their hood on the orbiters instead of the actual ones doing the acts. I mean, okay, which do I hold? That's that old hood street argument. Which one carries more responsibility? The drug user, the drug pusher, or the drug supplier? I say it's the drug supplier because they can't sell it if they can't get it. Okay. Well, given that mental optic, how many things do you walk past in the streets or in the store that you see and it's on display and you don't buy it because you don't want it? See, those are the one. I mean, the way you answer that question to me, I'm not saying you're a bad person. It just tells me where your mind is at. It tells me right off the rip what kind of person I'm dealing with. So I know when I'm engaging with you, I have to adjust my sights accordingly. All right? All right. Now, let's go ahead and go.
The U.S. Justice Department and ATF have launched a task force to stop the proliferation of machine guns. Now, machine guns have been illegal for decades, but criminals have found new.
So is heroin, and so is Grand Theft Auto. But anyway,
ways to use 3D printers to create machine gun conversion devices.
Oh, and take it from a 3D. I need to do some videos where I'm doing 3D printing. Now, but I print useful stuff. I don't print, stuff like that. Hell, I know how to properly use a firearm. And fun fact, folks, in combat situations, besides the guy on the machine gun, we use semi-automatic. It's easier to control, easier to engage targets with, and it conserves ammunition. Don't let them people trick you into thinking that all we do is run around on the battlefield on full ammunition. You can't carry enough ammunition. On full automatic at a stoner type rifle, empty that 20 round magazine in less than 10 seconds. And you only got 7. Well, technically you got 7 of them. I always had at least 12, but that's me. But you know what I'm saying. No, you just not running around like you're on the movie or like these goofies on the street. That's not how we operate. Okay? I said the only one that's doing that is the machine gunner, because it's a machine gun and is felt by a belt of ammunition that's being pulled out of an ammo can. Okay? All right.
That would fit on a regular semi-automatic gun, making it fully automatic. The ATF, in their effort to stop this, are enlisting some unlikely crime fighters. Rapid bursts of gunfire at a July block party in Detroit.
What? Shooting in Detroit? My hometown? Surely you jest. No, not Detroit. They must be mistaken. This must be Boise. This gotta be Boise, Idaho, because stuff like this don't happen in Detroit. Sacrilege, lady. Lies, I tell you. Lies.
this are enlisting some unlikely crime fighters.
Rapid bursts of gunfire at a July block party in Detroit. 21 people shot, 2 killed.
Certain people were shot. I was seeing them being carried and lifted away. It was just madness.
And in Cincinnati, Ohio, last fall.
When would this stop? Would this ever stop? Like, how many people have to bury their kids?
This dad lost his 11-year-old son, an innocent victim in a drive-by.
Wait, hold up.
Their kids.
This dad lost his 11-year-old son, an innocent victim in a drive-by.
Hey, peace be unto you, Dad, and this little boy. You know, it's sad. $11. Look at the picture. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to, dang it, I went back too far.
Kids.
This dad lost his 11-year-old son, an innocent victim.
Dad, I'm sorry. I really am. But now I don't know if the boy lived, you know, if it was him, his son, and the boy's mother. I don't know if they all up under the same roof, or he just lived with the mom or with granny and he over. I don't know. But man, y'all got to put better stock photos for the press to put out here. Because when you put this photo right here, okay, y'all, if you know, you know. If you don't, let's just keep it going.
In a drive-by shooting. Also dead, Brackenridge, Pennsylvania Police Chief Justin McIntyre, Houston Police Officer Bill Jeffrey, and lucky to be alive.
I knew about Bill Jeffrey because y'all know I live in Texas now. That one was all over the news. I know about that one.
This Valley police officer. He was looking for a hit-and-run driver in Glendale.
Sergeant's guy cranked off like 18 rounds.
In all these shootings, authorities say the assailants were using small devices like these, often known as Glock switches or.
I'm telling you, as a person that's been fired at quite a few times, if you're carrying something small and you fire off like that and you don't score a hit, or you hit my armor, you know, my body armor or whatever the heck, or actually had one punch through a magazine and damaged 2 damn rounds of ammunition and the magazine, and I couldn't get them out. Had to throw the whole damn thing away, but I digress. All you're telling me is all I got to do is ride you out one more volley and I can get you up out of here. Okay, I have a Glock pistol. I have quite a few Glock pistols. 17 rounds. I've never fired nothing like that on no switch or nothing like. I don't have the need to. But if you're not well drilled and doing quick magazine changes, once I hear that click, man, you're done. I'm gonna get you up out of here. And plus, these wear out. So you from what I understand from law enforcement guys that I know, yeah, these, you know, they, you know, because there's so many different types of material that you can use. It's not plastic. It's not just one size fits all. But anyway, even the top end, the durable ones, they wear out quickly because it's supposed to be made out of metal, not plastic. And a lot of times it causes jams. Now, this thing jams. Do you think that I'm going to sit back and wait on you to clear the jam, try to remove the magazine, to take it apart, to take that out so you can gain back usage of your weapon? No, man, I'm going to get you up out of here. I'm just saying.
Sears.
Cause a lot of destruction in a short amount of time.
I forgot this part. They're only good against people that are not armed. They're not that's the only time they're of any terror, is against people that are not armed. People that are armed and trained, we're not afraid of that stuff.
It's scary.
Phoenix ATF Special Agent in Charge, Brendan Iber, tells me these illegally converted guns can fire as many as 30 rounds in about 2 seconds. The ATF has
Never mind. Let's go. I ain't gonna stop it no more until I see something just totally egregious.
put on several demonstrations across the country. That's a regular semi-automatic handgun. Then the same gun with a machine gun conversion device.
You have no control over where that's going, and so it's more of a spray.
Most untrained shooters don't have any control over where their semi-auto stuff is going. Now, here's the thing. Take this guy. Apparently, I know that he's a shooter. I see him with people. You should Weaver or Stossales. Man, get out of here with that crap. That's internet gun talk. That stuff. When I hear somebody say, "Tell me that," okay, never mind. Here's the thing. Semi-auto, pap, pap, pap. 3 shots a second and a half. Hit you center mass, right? You're not going to know whether he shot you semi or automatic. You, as receiving the ammunition, this is only for these people. To put a to stigmatize it, to make you regular law-abiding people to give up your stuff. Don't sleep on this.
Handgun. Then the same gun with a machine gun conversion device.
You have no control over where that's going, and so it's more of a spray, and so it's a wider range, and it's so many rounds going downrange, to wherever that the general public's caught up in it.
How high a priority is this for the ATF to get as many of these off the street as possible?
It's our top priority.
The ATF has been training local police agencies because they say these devices are tiny and usually black, so you have to know what to look for. This auto.
Now, granted, I am of the belief that these shouldn't be on the street. I am. But I'm also telling you, they're making it out to be more than what it was. Gun crime was gun crime before 3D printers. Crime was gun crime before, so people didn't start. If the Glock went away, the only thing the Thugalicious gonna do is just switch brands. That's it. It really is just that simple.
Is colored green for demonstration purposes.
This little piece of plastic right here makes this firearm fully automatic.
Local police officers are finding them in Peoria on a traffic stop. The officer pulled 2 guns out of a car this summer with so-called Glock switches. Now, they aren't made by Glock, but can retrofit Glock handguns, and this one was recovered in Phoenix, and these during a DPS traffic stop.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What do we see there?
And this one was recovered in Phoenix, and these during a...
Well, here's the thing. Y'all work with me here. Okay, see, yeah, circle these. I get it. Yeah. Now, this one won't have one. This is a model lap. This is a 1911 model. This isn't a true 1911, but it's patterned after a 1911 45. Okay. I'm willing to see this right here. Y'all see this in this bags? You see these 3 bags? Now, them just the 3 bags we seen. It went kind of fast. Okay, it's 4 bags. Let me back it up some. You see this right here? This and this goes together. And as long as you have this, you're going to have this. And as long as you have people craving this, you're going to have this, which means you're going to have this. This isn't rocket science. Well, it's not rocket science to me. And I'm quite sure a whole bunch of y'all, it ain't rocket science to either. But let's go after the part that hardly anybody has. Law-abiding people don't have this. Regular folks that just got something to protect themselves, their family, and their home, they're not even interested in any stuff like this. But the ATF is, and rightfully so. And the DEA is, and rightfully so. But the government is going to use the local agencies to boost, to even take the regular ones from you. So you're not going to be able to protect you from these people. And you're not going to be able to protect yourself from the people that's trying to take them away from them either. I'm talking the way I'm talking intentionally. I'm going to put it down. All you got to do is pick it up.
These during a DPS traffic stop.
And in full disclosure, I haven't watched this video. I'm watching it with y'all the first time now. But when I saw the title, I said, man, I got to do this because I know I'm going to get some gems out of this one.
And watch this police body cam video from Mesa. Tracking a suspect in 2023, officers shoot him after they say he reached for his gun. When they got up close, you can see it, the machine gun switch on the back of the gun.
Those devices in
Good job, officer. Good job.
of themselves.
Wait a minute. How many shots did the officer take? I know the answer. Which goes to prove to you they're more used to terrorize than the actual rack up. I mean, okay, the buyer may think that they're going to score more on it. What did I just say earlier? The people that are used to shooting or risk getting shot at, we're not afraid of them. And I'm telling y'all, I haven't watched this. And this proved right here, one shot, man down, problem solved.
This police body cam video from Mesa. Tracking a suspect in 2023, officers shoot him after they say he
Excuse me, 3 shots. 3 shots. I didn't hear him, but I can see the recoil. 3 shots.
reached for his gun. When they got up close, you can see it, the machine gun.
And he don't have a switch or a full or a rifle that has a automatic mode. Pap. I don't know if the first 2 were misses, but I'm quite sure the third one, even if the third one was a hit or the third was a follow up. Normally, sometimes your first shot is a miss, especially when you're under duress. I don't know why they try to train it out of us. Sometimes you do. It just I can't explain it.
Switch on the back of the gun.
Those devices in and of themselves, just those little pieces of plastic or metal that you have, are considered a machine gun. So just the basic possession of that, not attached to a firearm, is illegal.
Under federal law, possession of a single machine gun conversion device is punishable by up to 10 years in prison.
Do we have any idea how many are out there?
No.
And apparently 10 years in prison ain't scaring them, because a lot of these blue places have revolving doors. The cop will go through all he going through to arrest Thuggo in them for having them and deploying them against them. But if he didn't clap the cop, which is a good thing, not clapping the cop, then he's not hammered through. So a lot of them, they are bond out and they back on the street doing the same thing.
And I don't know if we can ever find out.
And here's why. People can make them at home. You just need a 3D printer, which costs a few $100s, and a downloaded file from the internet. According to this federal indictment, ATF agents believe one northern Arizona man manufactured approximately 1,000 machine gun conversion devices using a 3D printer in Seligman.
As long as you have the filament and the CAD drawings and the 3D printer, you can print as many as you want.
You could even do it on a public 3D printer in less than an hour, which is why I am outside of a local library. I have my thumb drive and I'm going in.
Earlier this month, I got a library card, took some online tutorials, and signed this waiver saying I won't 3D print a deadly weapon.
Hi, I have an appointment for the Makery for the 3D printer at 1 o'clock. Let's just print right over the network.
But no one at the library asked me what I was 3D printing in advance, nor checked on our
That's a nice, that one's way nicer than mine. Way nicer than mine.
project when we were in the Makery lab.
We did print a gun, but this one only shoots rubber bands. Thank you.
Librarians now find themselves
Normally the ones, you know, when you printing ABS, because there is temperature control, you got to have temperature control, and you have to have, and plus the fumes that, you know, that it give off to it, you need a higher end printer, you know, for that. Is certain, you know, PLA is the normal that's what everything I got is PET G and PLA. That's all I do. I don't do ABS and all that other stuff, but that's a nice printer, and everybody and their mama don't have a printer that, and when she's talking about a couple of $100, that ain't no color couple $100 3D printer right there. I guarantee you can look that up for your damn self. If those were a couple of $100, everybody would have one.
at the intersection of technology and public safety. So Agent Iber says the ATF is starting to train librarians and other managers of public 3D printers who may have no idea what a Glock switch or auto sear may look like.
So the librarians and so these school administrators or wherever these 3D printers are can see what's being printed, right? And maybe get information to pass along to state, local, and federal law enforcement once they see these things being manufactured.
It's part of a larger effort announced by the U.S. Justice Department in early
Question, y'all, and do y'all think somebody dumb enough to go to a public library and print that with or without this news station? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying I don't know. Maybe they are, or maybe they think the public is that good. I don't know, but man, my brain says you got to be out of your mind. But that's me. I know I'm clinical in thought sometimes to a fault, and sometimes that blows up in my face. No pun intended.
September, creating a task force dedicated to increased training and prosecutions while also enlisting the help of 3D printer manufacturers to curb the creation of these devices.
We need to engage software developers, technology experts, and leaders in the 3D printing industry to identify solutions in this fight.
We cannot let this great technology's misuse spoil things for all of those who have worked so hard to develop it.
The common goal, keeping the switches off the streets and saving lives.
We need the news media to push this out, to make awareness of it. So I thank you so much for allowing me to sit down with you and talk about this problem.
After we did our 3D printing at a public library in Chandler, we reached out to a city spokesperson about safeguards. He told us that they do not want their resources to be abused, nor to be used in a way that could bring harm to people. So the Chandler police have reached out to the ATF, and they say that they would make any changes necessary to be in full compliance with local, state, and federal laws. I'm senior investigator Melissa Blasius, ABC 15.
Overall, this was a good news story. Overall, this is good. Yeah, I'm a nitpicker on certain things because it flies by the general public. So I'll see things that they wouldn't even contemplate or even think about. But overall, good job, ABC 15. Last story is 2 minutes. Hold on a second. Okay. You see what it says at the bottom. Let's go ahead and get it. It's only 1 minute and 58 seconds long. Fair use, Fox 59 News, fair use.
Thank you. Indiana Task Force 1 has been activated by FEMA to respond as a search and rescue team to Florida. Consists of 80 people and in support of FEMA Region 4 ahead of the potential tropical storm Helene you just heard Tyler talking about. That storm is expected to become a tropical cyclone this week. Of course, we'll keep tabs on Task Force 1.
Court documents claim 2 police informants were killed last week by a man police say is a local drug dealer. It all started last Friday when 2 bodies were found in a river in Fort Wayne. Fox 59's Eric Graves breaks down these court documents and their connection.
And what was that dude? That white dude had that rap kind of trying to sound Jamaican song, Informant, some boom 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 phone down, that crap. Guess being an informant don't pay sometime.
To a drug investigation in Richmond. Eric?
Court documents say a Richmond Police Department informant was picked up at this apartment complex.
Look, if you go to an apartment complex and it has window units for air conditioning, it don't have central heat and air, you in the danger zone. I don't care about the cutesy name, Genesis. I don't care about the nice, fluffy. No. You got small tin facade, AC unit, window units and whatnot. They didn't just knock the hole in the wall, in the brick wall, and bricked it off. You in danger, okay? Just figure I'd let you know.
Complex just a day before his body was found in a Fort Wayne river. Fort Wayne police say last Friday before his Department informant was picked up at this apartment complex just a day before his body was found in a Fort Wayne river. Fort Wayne police say last Friday volunteers cleaning up the St. Mary's River found 2 bodies inside of trash bags. The coroner identified the 2 people as Matthew Johnson and Christina Dixon, both reported missing out of Richmond earlier that week. Johnson was shot and stabbed, and Christina had been strangled. Court documents detail how multiple witnesses and the Richmond police helped connect this man, Dominique Washington, to the 2 victims. Richmond PD told Fort Wayne detectives Johnson and Dixon were both police informants in an investigation that led to a drug raid 2 weeks ago at a Richmond home where multiple narcotics were found. Court docs say Richmond police told detectives Dominique Washington went by Nico and was a known drug dealer with a connection to the raided house. Police used surveillance video and witness accounts to place Washington picking up Johnson at the Genesis apartment complex and then picking up Dixon from a Richmond home on Thursday. Monday night, Washington was arrested during a traffic stop as he tried to leave this home on Campbell Ave. Washington is now being held without bond, charged with murder and kidnapping in the deaths of both Johnson and Dixon. Dominique Washington's initial court hearing is set for Wednesday in Allen County Court. Reporting in Richmond, Eric Graves, Fox 59 News.
Thank you, Mr. Eric Graves. I got 2 other stories I want to do, but I ain't going to do them right now because this thing will be too long. Yeah, I am just an observer, folks, just like my man here on the screen. That's all he is. He's an observer. Wait till y'all find out what that switch does. Anyway, y'all be good and be safe. Let me know what you think. Bye.